Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Captain Gimpy, and today I'm gonna be doing something a little different. I was supposed to do a movie review for a friend of mine who just released his latest short called Sara. And I thought, why not do it live? So what I want to do is watch all three trailers that he put together, talk about my role in the movie because I did have a part to play in the production, and then give you my impressions of the movie as well as talk about some of the changes that happen behind the scenes to give y'all a little bit of insight of how hectic production can be sometimes. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and cue up the the thing I want to share with y'all. Let me make sure all this is working. Yep, it's all working. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna watch all three trailers. I'm gonna mute my mic and I will unmute as soon as the trailer. Just to let you know, I will be back as soon as the trailers are done. I'm going to mute my mic so y'all can watch uninterrupted, but I'll be back.
Sara, where art thou, Sara?
Yo, what's going on, man? I thought we would run through all three trailers before I give a live review, so my mic is muted for now, but I'll be back. So let me drop the link to Blacktastic Media's channel in the chat. It's going to go in the description later. But when the movie drops on the 28th, like you guys saw, it will be available to watch for everyone. Unfortunately, right now, I can't link it for you because it's not listed. So, what is this movie about? And what did I have to do with it? Okay, so in classic Halloween fashion, it's a ghost story. It's kind of a love story, and it leaves the door open for expansion of this into a larger universe. So, what we have is a pirate captain who was a slave trader, ended up falling in love with one of the women who was supposed to be a slave on his ship. Because she was taken from her home, she didn't have a name, so he named her after his ship because it's the only thing in the world that he loved more than money and her. So he named her after the ship. And we fast forward into a modern day where someone has inherited this ship, and one of her friends goes onto the ship, and all kinds of hijinks ensue. And the ending leaves the door open for future films to develop a franchise or even to redo the film with a larger budget. And what I really like about TLA's filmmaking style in general is number one, his ability to work with roadblocks. I mean, dudes, I don't know if you guys know how hard it is to get a movie made, especially when there's an ongoing pandemic type of situation. But we had a few things happen. So, first of all, let me be clear, I co wrote this thing. Um, we sort of like came up with the idea and developed it over the course of a couple of like phone conversations and just thought it would be really fun to make. Um, it was small enough scale that we knew we would be able to do it even without a bunch of actors and a large crew. And for those of you who watched the previous movie, we had a character by the name of Mr. Immortality. Well, the actor who originally played Mr. Mortality, or yeah, Mr. Mortality, I messed it up. Um, Fell onto some hard times and couldn't be part of the production. We wish you well, brother. Hope you're doing better. But we kind of had to rework some things and make him a disembodied voice so that we could keep the production going. We had a couple crew people drop out like mid production, and luckily, TLA knew some ex theater kids who wanted to help make the movie. One of them became the principal actress, and it was awesome to see um, what we could do under those constraints. Now, one of the cool things is that Portland is a beautiful, beautiful city, as you could see with some of the shots in the three trailers, and it has this advantage of like certain areas of it being really quiet, beautiful, and because they're quiet and beautiful under the right conditions, they become eminently creepy. Um, and that was one of the things that kind of surprised me about the movie because while I had a hand in helping it come to life, I was just one of two writers. I didn't have the chance to be on set for principal photography. I didn't play a role in editing this time around. So it was really cool for me to see how these ideas that we had over the course of like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours on the phone, like developing this idea and writing it out as we were talking, how that came to be a movie that I could watch. And dude, I gotta be honest, like I know you're sitting there in the chat. One of the cool things about both movies is that you managed to pull a Halloween, but better than Halloween, right? Because in Halloween, there's that scene where you have that dude in the bushes, and then the cop comes up behind him and then scares him, and you get a jump scare, and you're like, oh shit, I got scared for no reason, right? You managed to do that in ways that even after watching that movie a bunch of times, still manages to catch me off guard. Um, Another thing I like about your approach to filmmaking is that there's absolutely zero excuses to get something done. Like, I mean, if anything was going to derail an independent project, it would have been everything that happened on the production of the movie, because like it took way longer than either of us expected. We wrote this thing like a year ago, and or more than a year ago. We wrote it more than a year ago, and we only got a chance to finish it like now. And I think that one of the things this movie does really well is to showcase what you can do, how you can create a compelling story with extreme, like I can't even stress how limited our resources were for this one. But with each movie, like we're both getting better both at writing and shooting and like developing a story and all of this stuff, and it was really fun to be a part of. And I hope I hope that it gives all y'all out there something to laugh at, to have fun with, to be scared of, and there's an adorable puppy somewhere in the movie that needs to be its own damn star. And like to be honest, horror movies with this type of tone have always been my favorite kind of horror movies. I've always really loved B horror better than mainstream horror. Like that's just my temperament and my personality. I like things that work for me on multiple levels, that don't try to tell you how you're supposed to enjoy a movie, and that let you take away your own experience and have your own thoughts about it without people being like, oh, that's not really what it was. I'm like, yeah, I'm the one watching it. I kind of get to say what it is just as much as the people who made it. And luckily for me, I'm both. I'm one of the people who helped make it, and I got to watch the movie. Um, and man, I gotta say, with each movie, I see your skills as a director and as an editor only getting better, and I'm coming in clutch less and less, which both simultaneously leaves me with less to do and kind of makes me sad but happy at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense. Um, I thought it would be really cool to package this as a live review. One of the things that I want to say is I hope there's another movie. I hope this becomes a series. Um, and one of the unique things about like uh, TLA's approach to filmmaking in general is that I remember one of the kind of unexpected questions I got asked or got asked to think about was, how do you make a movie that doesn't just scare the dude in the theater seat, but also does things that kind of get under your skin, and what would women find scary as well as men. So like I think all of your ideas have this really broad appeal to them, and that's without sacrificing your own intentions, your own voice in the development of your craft. And I really enjoy watching these things come to life, and I hope you guys look out for it. October 28th. Um, I'm gonna release this as a standalone video on my YouTube channel, and the link will be in the description. I'm gonna go hop in the shower, work out, get some lunch, and maybe I'll be back to stream some horror video game goodness for you guys. I was thinking about playing the House of Ashes live. It's part of the Dark Pictures anthology, third game in the series. So maybe I'll be back in a couple hours to do that with y'all. I will see y'all very soon. Either way, have a happy Halloween season, and I will talk to you later. This has been Captain Gimpy, as my title says, your friendly neighborhood movie gimp, and I will see you soon. Peace out, y'all.